This dish, as many may get confused, comes from the state of Telangana in South India. But since it is influenced by the flavors of the Islamic style cuisine from the royal kitchens, many people may believe it to be Pakistani. This is a dish of delicious basmati rice and meat, usually mutton, with lots of amazing spices. It is usually slow cooked unless you are in a hurry, in which case you can use this method. This biryani is inspired by that. But instead of using goat's or sheep's meat, it uses plant-based mutton made with soy protein and mushrooms. When we flavor it with aromatic Indian masalas, that's what brings out the biryani's taste. And this recipe reminds me so much of my paternal grandmother's cooking. All her 6 children and grandchildren always relished her cooking and have so many great memories associated with these types of dishes that she used to cook. Since she was one of the very first to do Sindhi cooking with plant-based alternatives as my family knows today. Today, with that same love and attention that she would give to her cooking, I bring you this delicious Hyderabadi vegetarian biryani. The first step is to, of course, prepare the rice for the biryani. I've taken about 325 grams or 1.5 cups of white basmati rice, and I've soaked that in water for about 20 minutes. Second step, place that soaked rice in your desired vessel or a rice cooker. In this case, I opted for the rice cooker. Add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Now I have some more aromatic spices, 1 to 2 small sticks of cinnamon, 2 to 3 cloves, and 8 to 10 pieces of my favorite green cardamom. Add salt to taste and then add about 2 to 3 cups of water depending on the white rice setting of your rice cooker. Add 1 tablespoon of Indian clarified butter, that is desi ghee, and mix that up. Now close up your rice cooker and press the setting for white rice. Now while the rice is being cooked, let us prepare the rest of the ingredients for the biryani, which would be the marinade. And for the marinade, we will need some fried onions. So first of all, you need to slice the onion thinly, and next you will have to place it in a cheesecloth or a paper towel and pat it dry, because that will give a crispier effect. You don't want it too oily. Now we're going to deep fry our onions until they're not golden brown, but they are totally kind of brown, not burnt but brown, like this. And we're going to drain them onto a colander with kitchen towels until we are ready to use it for the marinade. Next, start preparing your coriander leaves or dhaniya ke patte in a blender. Next, add in some mint leaves or pudine ke patte. Next, add about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, roughly cut, and about 1 inch of ginger, also roughly cut. Last of all, you will need to add some green chilies, de-seeded and also roughly cut. Last of all, add water and grind it to a smooth paste. Now let's begin on the actual marinade. I've taken about 250 grams of plant-based mutton, and to that I will be adding my fried onions first. Next, add in your prepared paste that we had done earlier. Next, add salt to taste. Half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder or lal mirch. Add about a tablespoon of biryani masala. That's a special spice mix for biryani. You can get it at your online Indian store. Next, half a teaspoon of garam masala. Also a special mix of spices. Half a teaspoon of ground turmeric or haldi. And last but not least, 200 grams of plain yogurt. Now, homemade is preferred, but packaged or Greek would work as well. Mix well. You can either use a spoon or use your hands to massage the mixture into the meat for best results, like I'm doing here. Now, max to max, you need to marinate that overnight. But if you are pressed for time, you can do it for about half an hour or so. Let's start cooking our meat now. In a pan, heat about 2 to 3 tablespoons or more of desi ghee. Next, add your marinated meat and cook that until tender or fragrant. We are now getting ready to plate, but the last thing you have to do is prepare some saffron milk. In about 2 to 3 tablespoons of warm milk, you have to add in some saffron, just a few strands of it. Saffron is kesar, and we have to mix this up until the mixture turns yellow. Now let's get on to plating. So the main thing about biryani is to layer everything. So start with a little rice, then add your cooked mutton, and then top with saffron milk, and continue to repeat the process until your dish is full. Last but not least, garnish it with a little mint or coriander, pudine ke patte or dhaniye ke patte, and you can serve that with a nice mint raita.